Okay, I don't think anybody heard me before. I had the mic off. Um, okay, so I just sent Ryan the link, and we're waiting on him to join. Um, I just want to say also that when he comes in, I guess a lot has been going on that I wasn't even aware of. Um, so he wants to come in and pretty much give his side of the story. And while he's speaking, I'm not gonna, nobody else, I'm not gonna put out the link for anyone else. Just let Ryan come in and have his chance to, explain his side of the story and what's been going on. Hi, Liliana, how are you? Okay, Ryan, I'm gonna send you the link so you can come on up. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Um, do you see it there? I just put it up in the comment section. Ryan, do you see the link? Oh, okay, there we go.
How are you?
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
Okay, there you are. Yeah.
So
Hi.
I'm in the midst of I'm doing all right. How are you?
We're good. Okay, so you gave me a mouthful earlier. I had no idea what all was going on. Now, do you want
I
to?
mean,
I'm just going to give you the floor.
just gonna be honest. Last night I went into Tokyo's room, and all these women came forward about World, and right afterwards, when all the screaming started happening, I started a different panel. All these women came in, and I didn't know who these. I didn't know half of them. Like I know a couple of them, but they came in, and a lot of them were with World News. And all of a sudden today, I get a message from the T YouTube, and the T YouTube says, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to take you down. And two women came forward and said that you tried being sexual with them. I said, go ahead and post it. Go ahead and post it and do what you want. And then I'm having someone screaming at me saying, where is Star? Where is Star? And like I said, if anyone out there has any common sense, you can call Greyhound, give her first and last name, say it's your sister, date of birth. They'll tell you she went to Atlanta. Basically, everything that I have been trying has been turned around. And I see this huge circle. It's a vicious cycle. This is not about getting Alicia Bishop, folks. This is why I have now decided to step aside for good, because this is not about him. This is not about saving these women. This is about a YouTuber named the T fighting with World and the T and everybody fighting instead of going to the cause. And now I'm getting messages, and the person who last night I stood up for clearly, and I said had my back since day one, which was Carbis falling. And I never, ever, I said, don't you ever speak evil of her, because the only truth I know is that woman was 100% behind me. She was 100% behind the mission. And I will still say that. But at the end of the day, when she called me today flipping out because Alexis had to cause division, well, she comes in your YouTube because I separated myself from Lexus for a reason, which is unbelievable to me. Why they would even, who did I get sexual with? I would like to know. Show me that. Show me the women. These are nothing but lies. And I came in with my own money, with no agenda, but to take him down. He will never get taken down. You guys, he will never get taken down. Because
No,
guess
I've
what?
been saying that.
Until people can work together, they ain't gonna work together. This is
Mm,
a show. This is
yeah.
a show, and that's it. It's a show. And I have a daughter. I have a family. I treated Star like my mother taught me to treat a woman with the utmost respect. I bought her food, her airline ticket. I brought her to the hotel. They told me she got on a bus and she's in Atlanta. Never did I say to Lexus, who lied, never did I say that she's with Malia and that Carbon is falling knows that. Why would I say that when I don't even know that to be true? I said it's a possibility because that's all she kept saying is I got to get to Malia. So Lexus, life and death on the tongue. You have destroyed with your very own words my relationship with Carbon is falling and many other people. Your lies, your tongue twisting lies. And at the end of the day, folks, for all of you that did support me during the mission or during this time, I really appreciate it. But I mean, wouldn't you give up too? Enough's enough. I have a family, a life, and I went in with a pure heart, really wanting to get this guy. I didn't take no proceeds like the T takes. The T says she doesn't make money. Yeah, okay. If y'all only knew her cash app. All right. You don't understand, folks. For a lot of people, they don't care about people. They care about filling their pockets. That's it.
Yep.
They care about what's going to help them, and that's it. When I'm lied upon, I'm going to come out like a roaring lion and say, Lex, you lied. The Carbon is falling. Never did I tell you that Star is with Malia. Did I tell you that I believe that maybe she probably wants to get to her? Of course, but never. And for you to make that lie up is sad. So basically, I say all this for what she did. I mean, even she gave up on the live and because everybody was yelling. I wasn't even in the panel anymore. It was a shit show. And
That was
guess what?
crazy.
At the end of the day, not only Satan, but Eliseo Bishop was laughing his ass off, probably.
Hmm.
Laughing. Like, you guys don't understand what agenda would I have to waste money, go to 2 FBI offices, get Georgia involved, get Puerto Rico involved, get this is crazy. This is crazy. You know what bothers me, the pedophile thing, that was a bother. But when people start saying I got sexual with women, I want to know the women, because I'm going to tell you
Well,
guys
what you
right
need to
now,
do is
guys,
you
I'm going to
need
tell you
to.
right now that Brian, I'm going to tell you right now, one woman that I was working with, and let me tell you, she used to be an Instagram model. She went on a Zoom call with me and Carbon. We were supposed to talk about the mission. She was talking about her love for anal sex, not Carbon, the other one. And then one other night, me and her went on a Zoom privately, and she wanted to talk in a sexual manner. And I just told her I'm not comfortable with that, and I haven't heard from her since then. As God as my holy witness, that is not Carbon is falling. It was the other one. Okay, I've gotten messages in my inbox from women showing me themselves in bikinis, saying all types of different things. I have not responded to those women. I'm not letting it bother me anymore. I can't. There comes a point where you just say enough is enough.
Right.
This is my ending analogy. Like I'm running into a building that's on fire, and the family the family of the people inside are standing outside saying, "No, don't go in. Let them burn. We rather watch them burn." That's what's going on right now. You guys that are coming up against each other about who gives them and Sasha, I'm not talking about you, about our views and about like money and cash apps. There should be no money involved with the saving of these women. I understand the YouTubers that work hard, okay, but listen, to make a profit off of death is disgusting. And to then condemn one man who already went through that life of the cult and seeing women taken advantage of, and then being told I took advantage of 2 women. I want to know who they are. Come forward right now.
With proof.
No, with proof.
I
with
mean,
proof, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I want to see
and if there is no proof, then you need to sue somebody, because this makes 2 times now.
I have made it. I have already talked with my stepfather. I already talked with my family lawyer, and I have already been told that if anyone defames me on YouTube or anything, it's very easy. We are going to be going after them. Especially, I told the T today, if you have any YouTube videos of mine, you better take them down. I never wanted you to have my YouTube. I've never trusted you, because now she's the one saying I have 2 women now. I'm gonna go ahead, report on that to T. I'll be taking all your money. Do that. All that money you made off of these young ladies, I'll take. Because you don't know who you're messing with right now. You don't know who you're messing with. You don't know my family. You don't know the money we have. Why do you think I don't ask for money? Fuck with me. I'm done with it. Like, I am done with it. Like, what did I do wrong? And you listen, I have other people that are hitting me up right now that said the same thing happened to them. Their lives were destroyed. Mm-hmm. One lost their job. These people will destroy your life. If you want to do yourself a favor, love God, love your family, and walk away from Eligio. Because Eligio is going to do what Eligio wants. He'll eventually get caught. And at the end of the day, I tried so friggin' hard. My heart was pure. And I never, a carb is falling. She denounced me once because of the pedophile thing, which was understandable because the miscommunication on the picture. And then but to do that to me today, after I have done nothing but stand up for you and still know things that you're doing behind the scenes that if I said would just totally not discredit you, would make things look really, really crazy, still standing up for you. Will not turn like you did, because I am a man of integrity.
Yeah.
I never did anything. I let you talk to my daughter, Confidence Fallen. You had a relation. You knew where I was. I mean, you knew my mom. And to ask me to say I got 24 hours about something with Star? Get the fuck out of here. We had 24 hours. Keep on defaming my name. That's fine.
So is it the T who said you have 24 hours?
You gotta understand, there's the T, who's a piece of shit. There's Lexus, who started this shit. And then there's Carbon is Falling, who was my best behind the scenes. And I still will not.
They're so worried about somebody that's been spotted. She's already been online. She's already even Tony the T, or whatever her name is, whatever. She even said that she saw her online. So why is it that they're so worried about her, but they're taking all their attention off of Nature Boy?
Your number one viewer, Alexis, told my number one person that was helping me that I said that Carb knows where Star is and that she's with Malia. That is a straight up lie coming out of Lex's mouth. I don't like liars. I have no love left for you for that one. Do not lie. I've said it on my panels over and over again. She came to my home and she kept saying, I need to get to Malia. I need to get to Malia. I said, my observation is if she went back to Atlanta, maybe Nature Boy has her watching Malia. But Carb would know nothing about that, and know what I. That was like a theory. And I never said, oh, Carbonation is falling. No, she's there, and we know this for a fact. No.
Yeah.
No. What does that have to do with Eligio?
Yeah.
They're fighting amongst themselves over nothing. Like yesterday. Is it a baby? Is it not a baby? Is it a baby? Who cares? What about Eligio? Because we need to find out. Because if they don't get Eligio, they're never going to find out the truth about the baby. Oh, my gosh. You have to start somewhere. And now this has made this whole thing look like a reality TV show. Any good defense attorney when Eligio is caught is going to say, Your Honor, look at this. Look at this. It's a mess. If I was a juror, I would think it's reality TV too.
Mm-hmm. Pet says, I would separate myself as well. I now understand why the FBI calls these people trolls and community watch. Yeah.
You know,
I
I'm
mean,
going to be honest
you
with
see
you.
how
I
they
think
were
the
acting last
FBI,
night.
I don't even think the Federal Bureau of Investigations has taken this as serious as I would think. And now I'm seeing why, because I think there's been a long trail of all this bullshit and about it's just a competition. They see it as a competition.
Yeah.
You know, and until like, and this is the God's honest truth, like until we get off of Bigo, until we get off of Instagram and I find unless I had people that were about this, that we didn't talk about it no more, I just can't trust anyone no more. Like to lose my someone I considered. Do you know, we were having conversations about looking forward to like meeting one day. Like I wanted her to meet my daughter and her family. I lost a good friend because of one person. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And now I know, like now I know what was happening. And honestly, I'm saddened by it. This is not about going to save these people, you guys. As sickening as it sounds, these people don't care. When I say these people, anybody that has anything to do with this bullshit that happened last night. The one person I can tell you that truly cares, that cried their eyes out with me privately, on the phone and off the phone. And I know whose heart is in this to take these people down. His carb is falling, and that's it. That's the only truth I know. And even though she stabbed me in the back today, I will not stab her back because I will always stand by the truth. And that's it. If people hate me, they hate me. But at the end of the day, I'm stepping away from this because there's other women. I have a 65-year-old woman from Jersey whose husband was shot in the head while he was cuffed. How did that happen? There's other people that need help besides these people that don't really want help. They just want to make money. And that's the sad truth.
Yeah.
It really is. You guys don't understand. You're like, why is this guy free? It's not government. It's not secret power. It's not demonic. Well, it's demonic, but I'm saying it's not like a demon's. But I'm telling you, it is the mighty dollar bill that makes the world controlled. And that's why he's free. And Satan exploits it. And good people who came in with good heart, who wanted to truly help, get deterred and thrown off because they knew that I had the information. They knew that I really wanted him gone. And notice how attacked I get because they don't want him down, because then they have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
They have no way to make their beans on Bigo. Their beans, their little gifts that they get. It's like ridiculous. Get a life, get a job, get off Bigo.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm just done. I'm all set. Like at the end of the day, like I want to let your audience know and let everyone know. The one thing I'm not going to take down is my IG, because there are people out there that know the truth and that I made friendships with, and I'm going to continue to stay in touch with on IG. And that's it, you know. So I'm grateful to you for the support and everything, and from especially from your YouTube channel. I mean, this is crazy, really, really sad. By the ending of this, I lost a good friend and somebody I trusted, all because of life and death being in the power of the tongue. And Lex, you destroyed a very good thing. At the end of the day, I'll say this much: you are the one that let Eligio Bishop be free by what you did to a friendship and a working relationship that me and Carbon has fallen had. with that
Yeah.
said, I just wanted to thank all you guys, like, in the, you know, if you ever have any other like things that you ever talk about besides Nature Boy, I'll be on your YouTube channel. You know, maybe it's time for people to stop
Yeah.
giving him so much of their why don't like
Yeah.
Sasha, there's so many cults in America. And maybe if we maybe if we took our eyes off Eligio, because it's not gonna end as much as you report on it.
Yeah. It's not. It's not going to end.
And people are going, oh, now watch the next one and go, Ryan's working with Eligio, he's telling people to not go after him. No, I'm saying if you wasted the money and the time that I did, you would feel the same way that I'm feeling right now. If you were accused of hurting a woman when you never hit a woman your entire life, and Star is clearly in Georgia, we know that, why am I even being accused of hurting her? Why am I being accused of being sexual with two women who I want to know who they are with the receipts?
See, that's the thing, though. When you come up against demonic forces, they're going to come up with everything they can, but you got to stand in the face of that. You got to stand in the face of that. Are you going to let Satan win?
Well, no, but also I don't cast your pearl before swine. I'm done. Like, how much more
But
can you take and
you
do?
could like just take this as a lesson. Like Lillian says, even I've told you, you got to work behind. Like it's good to keep this out
You
and
can't work behind the scenes when you don't have the help. You can't just do things without knowing people. But now I've learned that the people I brought closest to me, like Lex, I can't trust. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They turn around and screw you because you took the limelight from them. And now I know what her main purpose was. Now I know why she was like trying to talk about young Pharaoh in the room. When somebody said young Pharaoh said F God, F Jesus, she was like, that ain't true, all sticking up for him. But I came to find out he did say that. So yeah, because she knew I'd be upset if I heard that. But it
yeah,
was
he
always
don't.
about, other religions, but nothing
Yeah,
about Christ.
I liked how he was after Nature Boy
Me too.
part of it, but his belief systems, I never followed that, or I didn't like that at all.
I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with any of that. But like at the end of the day, I tried, and to be like smashed down like this when I'm the only one that didn't make a dime but lost on this one. You know,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying only one. I'm saying like that was in there with them. Like Lex never did. Like behind the scenes stuff was always the Carbon's phone.
mm-hmm.
Like Lex would just be there for the lives to help you control it, but like the behind the scenes stuff was all Carbon's phone. She did all the hard work. I give her all the credit. And if any guys, if you want to follow someone who's gonna give you truth, even though she turned on me, I know that she's truthful with her stuff, but she's passionate. So I guess she believes what Lex is telling her. So that's okay with me. But I still say, if you want to know who to follow on IG, if you want to see the truth, I would definitely follow Carbon phone 100% because I still stand behind her. But I need to just step back, step away from all this because number one, uh, there's too many accusations being called a racist, the white devil. Now I'm a child molester. Now I'm I sexually harass women. Now I killed Star. Now I'm just done with it. It's like wow. It's like wow.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Satan
everybody
is.
goes,
I'm
"Why are you
telling you,
giving up?" Well, let's see if it happened to you and see what you'd say. Put it in mouth, please. Put it in
and
mouth.
I get that. Trust me, I get it. But now you see why I stay on talking about the evil part of him, because this is something else. This demonic force that he has, and it's crazy. It is crazy.
All I could say at the end of the day is like one of the people in your comments said that yeah, I've never really like honestly seen like celebrities getting involved with this before, and it's the Marquise. You're saying some true things, but
Yeah. Oh, here's, I guess this is another.
Who's Latoya Jones?
And she's like,
I'm sorry, that's my call. Who's
she's,
Latoya
hold on a
Jones?
minute.
Someone in the comments. Blonde too.
Hold on,
Yeah, I gotta
just
laugh it
a
off. Can you just give me 1 minute? I'll be right back.
what?
I just gotta mute my phone for 1 second. I'm coming right
Yeah.
back. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. He inserted himself, Marquise, because he does not. He's tired of seeing women being abused and taken advantage of. And MSVE says it's all about the money, the beans, and the money. The beans. If the government fraud is on the agenda, there's still hope. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nature Boy sits comfortably. He sits comfortable. He gets online and he even break a sweat. He's not worried about anything. So I just don't think, I think he's being protected. And let's see. Okay, Ryan's coming back. Hey, welcome back.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Are you there?
So no, can you hear me?
That's okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Apologize.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So like I said, it's
Oh no.
two things. It's about the money, guys. It's about the views, and the accusations that came forth are just are insane.
Well, for me, I want to get a lot of views. I want to get it out there. I want a lot of people to see. I mean, I don't get a lot of views, too many, but I try to get as many as I can because I want to keep it out there. Crown Jewel says, I would have stayed behind the scenes and stayed out of the mess. Yeah, that's what I keep telling him too. But what he's saying is that he can't do it alone. He needs somebody to help him. And then the people that he trusts, they end up stabbing him in the back.
Right. And I mean, and then to ask me where Star is just makes me sick. Imagine that. Like, I'm sitting here, like, I just switched cars, but I'm sitting here on the side of my very mother right now, who was the ex-cult leader's wife. And Ma, they're saying that, like, his Star. Star must be in Ryan's trunk, Ma. That's what I'm saying. Where's Star? My mother knows what the real deal is. Like, even Ma, when I was doing the podcast radio show when I was talking out against the cult and Dad and everything, how many people came up and attacked me, and then at the end came forward and said, "I'm sorry." Many. It's too many.
Well, they're like, what's the name of your dad's cult? What was his name? Why didn't you take him down?
Who said that?
Everybody. Remember how they're always like, okay, what's the name of your dad's cult? Even though I did a video on it. And I'm like, gosh, why do you have to keep answering the same questions? Just watch the video.
I know. Or you could just go on my IG and see the news stories. People always question these things. It's funny. It was like, I mean, you guys don't know the extent of if you really want to know, the woman that gave me the most motivation is the woman on the side of me. My father put this woman through more hell than I think any of those women in combination will see. You don't know what my father did to this woman, and I've seen what he did, and she came out of it, and she went through the fire. She came out. She didn't have to come out smelling like smoke, and that's why my mother is one of my best friends, because I love my mom, because she's been through hell and she rose above it. And she knows my heart. She knows that when I went after Alicia, when I brought Star here, my mom was trying to tell me not to do it. She wanted to protect me because she told me this would happen. And Ma, you're right.
Yeah.
Talking about people
Yeah.
turning when you're trying to do the right thing. Once again, I know I should be used to that.
Because you got Satan involved in this one. You got Satan big time involved in this one.
Oh, absolutely.
And
The kingdom of darkness.
Coming up against Nature Boy, you're coming up against the beast. I'm telling you. I sense that since the minute.
My they said the same thing about Dad. Oh, you come up against some great. Yes or no? Didn't they? And what was he behind the closed doors?
A wimp.
A wimp. Thank you. An absolute wimp. An absolute wimp. And that is exact. That's why Nature Boy sucks his thumb.
That demon that's inside, he's got an ancient demon inside of him. I'm telling you.
I think it's narcissism mixed with being a performer, and then demonic thinking, demonic forces oppressing him, or even possessing him. Because if we're true believers in Christ Jesus, we cannot be possessed. We can only be oppressed. I don't believe you can lose your salvation. That's why. Well, that's another whole subject. But the thing is like with Eligio,
I believe
this whole. I'm going to tell you what ended my father. What is putting that to an end, and what's ending him is everyone left because of the exposure of the false doctrines he was teaching and how he would twist and turn them to use it to suit his own agenda and deceive people. And when I did that podcast show, I had attorneys come out of me. I had people that hated me. And we'd be at the gym. His number one attorney came up to me at the gym and goes, "I'm sorry, bud. Sorry about everything." After he left the cult, I put my heart into this. It wasn't for any other agenda.
Yeah. And to be able to come out of a cult like that, and then
that's why
it's amazing. And that's why your mom, she's to be commended, especially your mom too.
Right. I mean, and the thing is, she's not out there trying to like sell a book or anything. She did write one that she gave for her grandchildren. But then when she went to go have it published, my dad, they put a gag order or something. They said, "You can't do it." Or we'll sue. Yeah. They're very methodical, those people. So like, by the grace of God, she did. Say it again.
Pet said, I have followed this story for 4 years. Every time someone genuinely tries to end carbonation, those same YouTubers bring mess into their lives. Yeah, it's because Satan is involved in this. I'm telling you. And if you're not with God, and that's why this whole thing is, I'm doing this whole YouTube channel, because I want people to know you cannot, Nature Boy is not going to be brought down unless there's prayer and fasting. That's the only way to stop these demonic forces. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. But it has to be a power of a praying people that are together. You can't be divided amongst each other. How can a nation divided amongst each other stand? You can't. And that's the problem. We have people that are divided against each other and not worried about the goal, the mission. But you know what? There's thousands of Eligios to go for. There's other women out there that really want to be set free. So why go after the one that like basically it's made clear that women seem to like to go there and get some kind of cloud out of it. I don't know. I just don't.
And Ryan, I don't know if you believe this or not, but I'm telling you, the reason why they cling to Nature Boy, you know how God assigns his angels? Like he gives guardian angels, he gives them rankings, he ranks them in power. Right. Satan, he's a copycatter. He likes to do the same thing that God does. He copies him. And he'll give his demons rankings and jobs and things here on earth too. And right now, Nature Boy has a high ranking demon. All the other women, like Velvet, she had a high ranking demon too. That's why he could see her as his equal. All the other wives and people there, they have lower ranking demons. And that's why even Velvet, she calls them little minions, and she calls them her, what does she call them? They cook and clean and everything for her. take care of her baby, everything. Treat her like the goddess that she's not.
Yeah,
And
you're
that's
right.
but they cling to him. And even though Velvet's out of there, out of that group, they still they still go online and talk to her and treat her as if she's their goddess, because she does still have that higher ranking demon in her.
Well, they can now. Now it's not. Now I'm off that high-ranking demon mission. They can deal with it themselves because this
They're-
is what they do. They destroy. That's what I do. Like my mother. Like my mother's doing with her hands. Wash her hands of it. That's it.
yeah.
Walk away. Walk away. Let God
Because
deal with it.
until they fall on their knees, their hands and knees, and this is what
Yeah,
I've been saying, until they fall on their hands and knees and repent, they're going to keep their demon.
that's true.
They're going to keep it. They have to literally walk away from that. Velvet has to stop talking to those other people.
I'm telling you,
They have
it's a
to.
vicious circle. But I want to thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me. And folks, I thank you for all of you that have kept in prayer everything. And I do apologize. The ending of this is what it is. But this is the time where I have to follow not only the advice of prayer and God, but I look at my mother and she's like washing. She's been telling me to wash my hands of this. Now I know why. Because
Yeah.
it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. And I gotta take care of my little girl right now.
Right.
She comes first.
Because
So
if I'm telling you, that's why sometimes it's hard. I don't, it's hard for me to see those girls as victims because
but
God
Sasha, I'll
gives you
still check
a
in
choice.
with you. I'm gonna visit. I'm still gonna be in your YouTube because I could have came out and did this on a different YouTube. I chose you because you stood behind the truth, and your viewers, a lot of them stand behind the truth, and I love that.
And it is
And
the
I
truth.
just thank you so much for having me, and
You're welcome.
thank you for all
Thank
your
you for
prayers. I love you all.
Thank you, Ryan. Okay. Explain says, let's see. This is loading like really slow. That's why sometimes you guys, it's so hard for me to see them girls sometimes as God gives you the choice. Okay. He gives you a choice. He doesn't make you into a robot. He gives you the choice to choose him or to not choose him. If you don't want to choose him, you don't have to. He's not going to force you. But it's like they have chosen to open the doors to allow demonic possession and then to follow after Nature Boy. That's a choice they made. That's not something that, no. I just, there are certain cults that do brainwash their followers. And this one, I see this is a whole different cult to me. Because these ladies are demonic possessed, just as he is. They treat Vel like that because when people leave carbonation, they don't walk away fully. Hell, they still think we Babylonians and they have the right knowledge and fit to advise. Yeah, exactly, because they're still influenced by those ancient demonic, this morning. Well, I have no idea what happened. I mean, like, I know that, I guess from what Ryan is saying, that the T threatened him to bring out some girls and say some stuff. I don't know. I mean, why she would do that unless I mean, if she did something like that and she didn't have proof, I mean, she can get sued. I mean, I hope she's not going to do something like that. But I think it's crazy because there's nothing you're going to do to bring him down. I keep saying this. He doesn't even sweat when he's online. He doesn't. He doesn't even sweat. He's not worried about anything at all. So, Pet Ginger says, genuine prayers and fasting. Sasha, you have a genuine spirit, but a lot of these YouTubers have no empathy. God is love. Well, I think what a lot of it is that some of the YouTubers just have got so caught into the drama, and that's what they like. I mean, they like all the drama that's going on, and I don't know. Hi, Splain. Let's see. Oh, wow. I'm really convinced people cover carbonation to distract from their life because they're going after each other instead of of the goal. Those, I don't know if you guys seen the video I posted last night, but it was crazy to watch. And like, you had all these women on this panel, and they, instead of talking about the men, like carbonation or world news, I guess that's who they were trying to talk about, like things that they were doing, those men were doing. Instead, they ended up turning on each other. And that's how you know this thing is demonic. They turned on each other. And every time somebody started out talking normally, then it turned into a whole, you would hear somebody say, you shut up. I mean, they were going in at each other. And then the guy who wanted to pray, and the calm one, the only guy in there, and he was sitting there like calmly, something happened to him, because then he was cussing after he said he wanted to pray. It is crazy. And this is why nothing is going to get done. Nothing is going to get done at all. And I told you guys this the last time they did this to Ryan with that mugshot that wasn't even him. I told you guys, I said, you know something? I'm just going to be here to report on what I see that's evil in these people. And I'm going to report how stupid Nature Boy looks and his little minions that follow after him, because you cannot let yourself, and I even told you guys, don't let yourself get emotionally involved in this, because those girls are right where they want to be. They don't want to be helped. If they did, they'd be falling on their knees asking God to forgive them and repenting and, coming to God. And they're not going to do that because their God is Nature Boy, or the demon that's in him. World shows that it wasn't Ryan. I don't know. I just think that I went there. I was on there because I kind of had a heads up that something was going to be going down. So I was like, okay, let me see what's happening. And Tony ended up exposing world news. Well, after they exposed world news, then that only lasted for a couple minutes before everything else like came in between that. I mean, like, we heard more fighting than we heard anything else. Okay. What two pictures? Yeah, exactly, Splain. He says that Tony stopped him and Divine lost it. Yeah, it was like crazy. And Splain says dealing with low functioning spirits, yet they're supposed to be all divine. Yeah, exactly. Yep, they sure are winning. MSVE. They absolutely are winning. And they will continue to win. And I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys, not all of you guys, but some of you guys don't care to hear about God. But that's what this whole thing is about. When you get right down to it, if you're one understanding of why this is happening, it's because of this is God, this is Satan's world right here. We're just in it, and we have to endure it until the end, because you're going to see stuff like this going on, but it's going to happen more and more and more, because you guys, I know you don't want to accept this, but we're getting to that point in time when this just may be the generation that sees the Lord coming back, And until that happens, it's like a woman given, in labor. These are labor pains. We're going to continue to see more and more evil. That's right. That's right. Eligio is their God with a lowercase capital G. That's right. And that's sad. But like I said, God gave them the choice, They're not victims. They are not victims. They want to be right where they're at. I know we don't want to accept that. It's sad. I mean, and we can pray. We can pray for their soul. We can pray that God opens their eyes. But until they pray for themselves and they fall down on their knees and they repent, they're not going to be set free. Okay. DJ said they had photo saying Ryan was Pedro, but World showed that that wasn't Ryan's. I don't know. I didn't understand that part. There was a lot going on. Was this last night in Tokyo Tony's live on Bigo, DJ? Because I didn't hear that part. I didn't know anything about a picture except for the picture they kept screaming about babies and stuff. And I couldn't understand half of what they were saying because all I could hear was screaming. And it was like giving me a migraine, literally. Everybody in the panel was getting a migraine before. Oh, yeah. 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 I mean, I did a video too showing where that guy in the mugshot had moles and Ryan D doesn't have moles. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, LLD. It was too much. It was too much for me. Like I think I had to sit and relax for like 30 minutes before I could just relax or lay down and go to sleep because I was shaky. It was bad. But I think I wish Tony would have kind of muted everybody so that, you know, one person at a time could have been heard. But I think even if she had done that, there was so much demonic forces in that chat last night. I don't know. I don't think that would have helped either. Okay, you guys. I mean, if you're gonna pray for the girls, just, I mean, and even pray for Nature Freak, you know, you can pray for their souls. Pray that God opens their eyes and, you know, that they accept him, because so they plan to ambush World if you knew beforehand something was going down. No, I had no, I was told to that something was going to happen. I had no idea what was going to happen. Absolutely no idea what was going to happen. I don't even think that it was really an ambush. I think she was asking him if that was him in that picture. And she was kind of exposing him. And then I had people in my chat saying that it was true that he had, and I'm going to say allegedly, even if there is records out there, because I haven't seen those records, so I have to say allegedly. But somebody said something about he did 10 years for kidnapping and rape. But then again, then I had another one of my subscribers that said if somebody did their time, you know, we got to kind of, once somebody does their time, we can't really hold that against them. But you kind of still, those are serious charges. You still got to kind of look at them sideways and, you know, and be like, you know, we need to watch you, you know, because you don't want to trust them completely. I mean, you might want to try to give him another chance. I mean, and forgive. Yeah, because, you know, maybe he is sorry for what he did. Maybe he will, you know, apologize. We don't know. We don't know anything about somebody else personally. So, you know, we can't judge people. We shouldn't judge people. But if we do find out something about them, protect yourself and kind of look at them sideways and keep them at a distance if you don't feel safe, you know. That's the best thing to do. Yeah, MSVE, that's exactly right. And that's why after what they did to Ryan the first time, I'd no longer cry like I used to or get upset over those girls, because who is that? That's just hurting you. That those girls, they just laugh at you. And it's not even the girls, it's the girls, the things inside of them doing that. And then right after that happened, then they were caught laughing. It's like they're thinking, okay, we got Ryan. Ryan's out here looking like an idiot, looking like a whole pedophile with a mugshot. And then we have Malia in the hospital, and then he was laughing, and then you heard the women in the background were laughing too at Malia. That about how he rearranged her organs and sent her to the hospital. And if you come here, I'm going to rearrange your organs and send you to the hospital too. And that's what was said. And the girls in the background were laughing about that. So I'm sorry, that did something to me. That did something to me. And when they did that to Ryan, and I seen how Satan came after him, and really how far down in the rabbit hole this thing goes. I'm very, mm-mm. And yeah, he says, MSVE says, it's hard for me to put your guys' comments up here on the screen. I think my computer's like running really slow. But he says, we are blessed to be able to watch this from the sidelines. We can still make our immediate family and friends aware of this type of cult. Nature Boy is not the only one manipulating folks' minds and finances. Yeah. Yep. And that's the thing, you know, that's all we can do is pray for their souls, pray that God opens their eyes, get this out there to everybody we know, and keep it out there and keep making Nature Boy look stupid. Every chance we get, make him look stupid. Expose the demon that's in him. That's, you know, that's what I want to do, especially after everything I've seen since I've started reporting on this. And DJ Cotton Ball says, well, I'm trying to get your comments up here on the screen. Okay. This may be his chance of making amends. I'm going to stick with him. I don't know. Are you talking about world news or? Yeah, I think, you know, I mean, we don't know what's inside somebody's heart. You can't judge people. Don't judge anybody, you know? We're all sinners. We're all, no. We're all have done things that we're not proud of, I'm sure. And I mean, maybe not to this extent, but I mean, one sin is no worse than the next. It's sin is sin. But yeah, we just have to be good to everybody and love everybody, and that's it, you know. All right, guys. Does anybody else want to come up to the panel and speak and give their 2 cents? You don't have to show your face or anything. MSV, he's the second person that said this. MSVE says World News may have chosen this route to right his past wrongs. Yeah. Yeah, Marla, we all fall short. Exactly. Yeah, and then Splain says that days later, Malia dancing via Bigo with carbonation. Yeah, guys. If anything else happens, and you know it will, there's always something happening. I try to bring up the videos. There's a lot of videos I don't post because it's just not exposing the demonic part of it. So the evil in this thing that some of you guys call cult. So that's, if there's anything else that comes up, I'm going to report on that. I love you guys. Have a great day and try to relax. It's a beautiful day out there today.